Well, Mike, the surf is looking really good, so I think we're gonna go surf. But I appreciate you calling me, and I feel like our bond is forever now because of Shaquille.
Yeah, well, forever we're gonna be fraternal buddies, you and me.
Right.
Hey, how's it? You know the rules.
Hockey in.
Hockey's in.
You should put it under your shirt.
I don't think it would fit. My wife gets on to me. I gain and lose weight.
It's our Spencer genetics.
Yeah, but I need more discipline. Like, seriously.
You just need some weight training.
What does that mean?
Like lift some weights.
Oh.
Just eat the same, just lift more, and it turns into muscle.
I feel like I have a good body type to be strong.
Yes.
Like,
Look how big they
I
are
know.
already. This feels like pure muscle.
It might be.
Like, it doesn't feel fatty.
Well, I have been eating 12-tide chips.
Oh, is that your secret? I'm sorry, Larry.
Dude, so congratulations, you got verified.
Yeah, it's not a big deal, honestly. Me and John Wayne Freeman signed up together, and I got verified within the first, 5 minutes. And he was like, I signed up 2 hours ago.
That sounds a lot like him.
And it felt like I got into heaven.
Well, yeah.
And I didn't know if I should wait for him. I'm sure you'll get verified.
Right.
And he was just like, no, just go have fun. And I was like, I can wait.
Oh, so you were going to go in together.
Yeah, we were going to try to get verified together and go in.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know what to do. I'll just wait. And he's like, no, go, enjoy. I was like, no, I feel bad. And he's like, no, go, don't worry about me. And then, I look back and he's like, tears.
Yeah.
He thinks he might not get verified because of all the Kook of the Day stuff.
Because of all the strikes.
Dude, it feels good out here right now. Everyone, we're on the beach. Pensacola Beach. The surf's up. We're going to go surf after. Life's good.
All right, I want to try this game just to get the blood moving. This is a list of surf lingo quotes. And you see if you can get them, okay? What is a wonker?
Wanker?
A wonker is a loser who pulls off a cool move by accident. What's a toenail?
A toenail?
Resin on the nose of the board formed into a sharp point to spike surfers or their boards with. You've probably seen guys like this. You know what a wax boy is? A wax boy is someone who sits on the beach with their board and never goes out but just keeps waxing their board.
Have you ever seen Surf Ninjas?
Yeah.
With Rob Schneider?
Yes.
That's what he does. He's on the beach. He's like, no, come out.
You're not coming with us? I'll be there in a minute. Just gotta wax the old man-to-wave friction-reducing vehicle. Gotta put some wax on the board, so it don't slip off. Wax. Gotta have a lot of wax.
He's a wax boy.
Yeah.
Do you know what a chubby checker is?
Mm.
Chubby checker is a heavy-set male surfer who spends an excellent surf day checking all the best spots, chatting about conditions, and bragging about the cherry longboard strapped permanently to his roof.
Oh, I know a bunch of those guys.
A chubby checker?
Oh, yeah. There's this guy, you can bleep the name, and every day we get to the beach, and it's you're almost about to surf, and he pops up hi! I was checking it earlier, and it was funny. This woman came up from behind me, and she saw that she knew that I was a world champion. I'm like, oh, dude. And he would catch everyone before they go surf. We're like, oh, no,
It's chubby checker.
Chubby checker. And he opened up a fake surf shop, but
Digital?
didn't have stuff in it.
Right.
He just wanted the people to come in so he could talk to them.
So, watch out for chubby checkers, guys. Have you ever been bowled? Being completely covered by the lip of the wave with only one way out? Getting
Been bald for sure.
So, Raglan was making fun of my shades in that video.
Raglan.
Dude, I hate that guy.
Really?
Yeah, he's a jerk.
It seemed like y'all had a lot of animosity when when we were filming with John Wayne Freeman, he jumped in ahead of him.
Right.
And we're like, hey, dude, today we're filming John.
Right.
And he was like, no, I've got my shirt on.
Yeah, and then he made fun of our style.
So, we just had to let him talk. Who is your all-time favorite surfer?
I don't know, maybe Diplo or someone. He surfs. So.
Right. But eventually we kicked him out.
Well, he didn't have a lot of content, so he had to do that stupid layered thing.
Well, it was all he wanted to do was talk about Laird. So I kind of feel like maybe him and Laird are in cahoots. Like Laird Apparel sent him over here.
Right.
And I was looking at the footage and like real small it said Laird Apparel on his shirt.
Right.
So I feel like Raglan is kind of like a undercover cop for Laird.
Yeah, I can't stand that guy.
Right.
Well, we have some questions from some fans. When is Sterling going hunting with Shane Dorian?
Me and Shane actually already have gone hunting. We all went boar hunting. They forgot to bring a gun. So we just had knives. And the whole time we're like walking in this jungle, they're telling me the scariest stories about. They're like, yeah, these boars get up to 500 pounds. And they're like, if a 500-pound one comes, like jump and grab the trees and like pull your legs up.
No way.
And they were so freaked out they forgot a gun. So we had these little knives, and they're like, okay, Sterling, if one comes, you got to stab it in the eyeball. And I'm like, what? I'm like, I can't stab a pig.
Sean Johnson wrote, when is the Pinch My Salt movie coming out?
Ooh.
Yeah. People want more movies.
We got our first sponsor, 12 Tides. So once we get enough money, y'all, we can start making bigger production stuff.
Is the back knee bend inside overrated? Shouldn't we all squat like toilet for more performance and style?
Well, I think he's talking about Craig Anderson.
Ooh, yeah.
Craig Anderson he had a really nice bend to his knee.
People like knee bends.
It looks pretty, but it's not very functional.
When was your last air?
I did a front side slob at the pier the other day. Guess what, guys? We got a new sponsor. 12 Tides Organic Kelp Snacks.
Nice.
So I'm not being biased.
Bias?
I'm not being biased because they're our sponsors. These are insane. Made with kelp from regenerative ocean farms. Are you kidding me?
Dude.
They're organic. They're plant-based, gluten-free, no sugar.
Right.
It's insane, dude. Like, if we would have had these when we were kids,
Dude, we'd probably live another 30 years.
like, we would be so much, like, skinner and tanner.
We'd be way skinner.
But honestly, dude, these are insane. Like, I'm going to make my son eat these.
These are a healthy addiction because you're helping the earth. You're helping yourself.
It's like everything you want in a company. Everything's recycled.
Try one.
They're better than the other chips.
Dude, these are better than the other chips.
That's insane. Like, this is the good thing about the future.
Right.
Snacks like this.
Well, I feel like I'm not a good poster child for this because I'm kind of chubby.
Right.
But this is going to get me on track.
It could change everything.
Seriously.
If you, instead of at night when you get snacky, you eat these.
Yeah, I'll get 12 tidy.
You get all freaking vitamined up. That to me is the genius thing. Like, we all get so snacky, but what if your snacky was good?
Right.
But it still tasted like you're being bad.
Why do all surfers talk the same?
I think it's because of the ocean. Like, when you spend all day floating around, relax. That's why surfers are like, yeah, sick. And that's why, like, people in offices are like, and then if you're surfing all day, you're just like, yeah, dude, it's sick.
Right, you're calm.
You're cruising.
This is a question from Anastasia Ashley. These are all verified accounts.
Right.
Have you ever surfed a wave so big that you thought you might end up in a different country?
I was in Thailand when the tsunami hit.
Right.
And I was out surfing.
Mm-hmm.
And I literally thought I was about to ride to other islands.
Dude.
I'm not even joking, honestly.
Drew Barrymore, what's the most embarrassing wipeout you've ever had while surfing?
Well, this is a funny story. So I had my rib popped out of my rib cage.
Yeah.
And I was in Hawaii, my first day in Hawaii. And my coach, Reynos Hayes, was like, hey, I'm going to take you to a chiropractor. Don't go surfing. And I was like, all right, I won't. And Reynos is real stern and small. And he's like, don't go surfing, brah, or else. So I'm like, okay, yes. And it's my first day. I'm young, full of energy. And, like, pipeline was perfect.
Right.
And I was like, he won't know. So I paddle out. And I go to catch my first wave. And it's the beginning of the season. There's still a bunch of sand on the reef. So the backwash hits my board. And I go, and I fly 10 feet in the air.
Like
And I'm going like this. I'm like, whoa. And I look down, and Jack Johnson is, I swear, looking up. He's like, whoa. And I was like, is that Jack Johnson? And I was like, whoa. And I broke my board, went to my room, and I was like, well, he'll never know. So I get to the chiropractor. Me and Reynos like drive up in his truck, like walk out, get in, and guess who's just finishing? Jack Johnson. And Jack Johnson goes, hey, you're the kid that took the craziest wipeout this morning. And I'm like, and I look at Reynos, and Reynos is like, dude, and then we all started dying laughing.
Dude, that's awesome.
That's how I met Jack Johnson.
This one is from John Travolta. If you could only surf one break for the rest of your life, which break would it be, and why?
V-Lan. V-Lan is my favorite wave. It's just special to me. I get all teared up. I don't know why. It was the first wave I surfed in Hawaii when I was a kid. It was known for like the local spot, and I was a kid, so I could go surf it.
Right.
But if I was back then, if you're older, you probably get beat up. And I remember I didn't have a fin key, and my dad's like, "Go ask those guys." And I'm like, oh, and I go over to these boogie boarders. They're huge Hawaiian boogie boarders. I'm like, you guys have a fin key? They're like talking away. They're like, "Yo, how's it? How's it? Over there? How's it?" They were so Hawaiian, like their English was couldn't understand it. They're like, "Ke makamuko ke
Finky."
And then he was just like, "Ding."
Wait, so boogie boarders have fin keys?
For some reason they had a fin key.
Dude, that is awesome.
And I surfed V-Lan. I got my first barrel, and it's the best way for a regular footer.
Right.
It's insane. It's perfect. But a lot of people don't like it because it's crowded.
Bro.
But I like the crowd.
Why? Because you're good.
Well, I know how to get waves, and there's still like local Hawaiians that surf there their whole life, and I just like being around that energy. Like, it feels real still. All like Rocky Point, Pipeline, it's just so crowded and
touristy.
I like sitting like behind the locals, like let them be all their energy, and then I'm like,
kind of get into
it. They've never given me a wave ever, and I like love that. Like none of them have ever given me a wave. I'll be paddling and I see them paddling, I'll just stop and they'll just be like,
dude, they don't care.
And this is a good segue to watch that clip of that girl. I'm not going to tell you anything.
Which clip?
I'm just going to show you this clip. You haven't seen it yet. And then we're just going to talk about it.
Okay.
It's a huge controversy on the internet right now. All right, so two peoples. So that person pushed that, looked like a guy off the wave.
Right.
Does a cutback.
Nice.
They're paddling back out. And then...
oh, gosh.
Just straight. It looked like his friend punched this person.
For cutting him off.
So when I first watched this, I'm like, dude, that guy punched that guy so hard.
Right, the guy cut the other guy off and he got punched.
And then when I'm looking at the messages, everyone's like, that's a girl.
Oh, that was a girl?
Yes. And so at first I'm like, this is a classic example of an American going to another country and thinking all the waves are theirs.
Right.
So they take off. Okay, pause it. Right here, pause it.
Yep.
So see, she pushes this guy. So she has the right of way of the wave.
Okay.
So she's not wrong, but there's more to it.
It's not as simple.
She's from America. You're in a third world country. Like, chances are she paddled around these guys. So this guy's probably like, oh, this. I honestly think they thought it was a dude. And because, she's dressed like a dude, like she shreds like a dude.
Right.
So I think they're like, this dude just paddles out and pushes me off a wave where I surf every single day of my life.
Right.
Like, she's coming in hot. Like, when I travel, like, I let people catch waves first. Like, let me, like, evolve into the lineup. Right. She's just like, ugh! And a lot of kids, they want to get surf clips, and they travel, and they forget this is people's home.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
Technically, this wave is hers, depending on the situation. Like, okay, so let's keep watching. Okay. So she pushes him off, and he's pissed.
Right.
So now she's just riding the wave. Like, she serves good. Like, or the guy's friend paddles him and just goes, douche! chances are she said something snippy back to him.
Right at that moment.
So then he just goes, doo, doo. But dude, pause it. This guy, I wish I could have been there and be like, wait, hold on, dude. This is America. Guys dress like girls, girls dress like guys. Like he probably lived in the jungle his whole life. People are girls, girls are guys. Like we go by different pronouns. Like I would have been like, wait, let's ask for her pronouns before you hit her.
Before you smack her.
Or hit them. Play it back. So then
they're in the parking lot.
I still think they think she's a boy. I think that.
Okay.
And I think that's why they're fighting. So many guys, she's got the hipster look.
Right.
And dude, he was probably waiting to hit a hipster kid.
Oh, for sure.
Like he was hoping some hipster. There's so many hipsters that go to Bali. Like they go to Bali, they ride their scooters and they have long hair and they wear like puka shells and like they're super cool. Like they ride the
kelp
so
chips.
He's been waiting to punch a hipster.
Right.
But I wish I could have been there and be like, hey, wait, it's a girl.
Right. And then
he's like, whoa. And now I bet now they're like, it was a girl. Oh no. Like guarantee you, if she was in a thong,
right,
and she pushed that guy, his friend would have died laughing. He would have been like, this girl in a thong pushed you off the way. You little bitch, you're a bitch. But they genuinely think they thought it was a dude.
That's what you think?
Yes, I think that's what happened.
Okay.
Because that is insane. Like,
right,
to hit a girl like that. So now, going back to this perspective, like this guy's out of his mind.
Right.
Like this is the worst thing you could do ever. Like punch a girl like that. Like that's
crazy.
Terrible. For me, if I would have gone and done what she did, I would have gotten punched the same way, just like when I was young. Like I was a stupid kid. Like I was a pro surfer and I would fly to Bali. She's in Bali. I would fly to Bali. I'd have cameramen, and when I'd get there, guys didn't like me.
Right.
Because this is their home. And so I have cameras. I'm super aggressive. I'm trying to get clips, and in my mind, everything's about me. And I'm like, oh, I'm getting paid for this. I paid all this money to come here. I need to get the clip. It's like me. And then someone's just like, dash! Like, get out of yourself. Just dash!
Right.
Like a reality check. Like, it sucks that he's hitting a girl.
Right. Right.
But this, like, for kids watching, this is a great example. Like, when you're not in America, you're not in the same rules anymore. That's why Braden said, you know the rules.
Still applies.
It's like, have some awareness. Like, when you're in other people's home, like, go slower. Everything isn't yours. This isn't Lowers Trestles in Orange County. Like, it's like, go slow. Like, let people catch waves. It's okay. Like, no one cares about your clips on Instagram, you know?
No.
Like, the lesson for everyone here. This guy needs to ask for pronouns before punching people.
Right.
Because the world is different now. Don't just paddle into a lineup and just try to take waves. Like if someone came to Pensacola, paddled around me, took my wave, then pushed me off, like I would snap too.
Right.
It would be hard for me not to hit you.
Right. What's your pronouns?
Like if that same exact thing happened to me, someone came to Pensacola, like pushed me off a wave, and then was yelling at me, I'd be like, "Do you not know where you are, dude?"
Right.
Pensacola. This is my one place where like I'm gonna catch every wave. This is my.
This is your home.
This is my little world.
Right.
And when people come and surf with me, if they're nice, like, "Hey Sterling, like, how are you?" It's like, "Oh, catch this wave." Like people will want to.
It's all about respect. It's respect.
Give respect, you get respect. It's so simple. So all you kids out there with soft tops, like, throw them away, and like, let's learn how to really surf. It's not, there's order to this world.
Right.
So now they're filming this and putting it out there, and like, these guys shouldn't be able to just beat up a woman.
No, for sure.
But there is, like, localism is important.
Totally.
Just don't beat people up.
Dude, you'll find that in any sport in the world. Skateboarding, basketball. You can't just show up to a court and act like... If it's like a...
Dude, if you went to the ghetto of New York...
And try to just show up with your Skechers.
A bunch of guys are playing basketball and you just come in and take the ball and like... they would punch you.
Oh, you'd get... you're dead.
So if you did that and then someone filmed it and be like, "Look at these guys beating me up!" It's like, well, what are you doing in New York? taking a basketball. Are you out of your mind? Like, it's the same thing. Like, you're flying to a third world country surfing.
Right.
You're just gonna
Right.
like push a guy like you're asking for it.
Right.
This is a really tricky situation, and I think there's a lot to learn from this.
Well, in this clip, now that it's come out, like Stapp's doing all this stuff with it, is there any interview? I know they interviewed the girls or the girl, but have they talked to the guys at all? Or those guys are in hiding?
Those guys are hiding.
Yeah.
Like, no one's talking the way I'm talking about this, because as an organization, like, this woman
Right.
got beat up.
And you're saying, obviously,
There's
never punch a girl.
like, there's no exception.
Right.
Like, zero exception. But I'm saying if I did that,
Right.
I would get punched. People would film it, and no one would give a shit, because
Yep.
you should know better.
Right.
Like, these are the rules.
Right. He must have just saw red, didn't sleep good the night before, and he just punched a girl.
There's some guys that are very aggressive,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like, do you want to get punched?
Right.
Like,
Do you want to get in a fight?
I mean, you can. I mean, a wave can technically be yours where you're sitting, but, you know, like, is it worth the fight?
No.
A lot of times, no. Like, there's been lots of times where it is my wave. Just let him go. Like,
Yeah.
it's like, I don't want the smoke.
Right.
So it was like, she wanted that smoke.
She wanted that clip.
She came in hot.
It's a good clip.
Whew. I had to get that off my chest. Well, I feel like no one really wants to give a real opinion about stuff.
They kind of all PC.
They just want to, like, go with the current, and, like, it's just like, let's just be real about life. Like, I'm
Right.
so over cancel culture, and, like, let's
Yep.
just be real.
Yeah.
Let's just talk. It's okay to have an opinion.
Totally.
So watch this. This is in Huntington, California.
Okay.
This is pretty common, actually.
Let the fucking spring out! Let the
So he's got a
spring
hook
out!
caught in his arm.
His armor is
And look at-
wetsuit.
Look at this fisherman. He's like, stupid. Look, he's laughing. He's stupid surfer.
Does that ever happen to you?
Fishermen and surfers hate each other.
Yeah.
Because it's like, we're all the fish is, the good fish. And to them, we look so stupid, like surfing. Like, and they're like trying to eat food. They're trying to survive. And so we always clash. Like, I remember, like, there was this guy, Sea Dog. We called him
I know
Sea
Sea
Dog.
Dog.
And
He's like, "Oh, f- you," like to fishermen.
to the fisherman, he's like, "F- you, like, get your line out of here." So the fisherman goes, and it was like, like, hit him in the forehead. And those things are heavy. So Sea Dog is a black belt who's won world titles in
Right.
Japan.
Dude.
So he's like, finally.
Just jumps up
He
on
was
the
so
pier.
stoked. He, like, goes to the pier. He's like, this is when you could, like, fight and get away with it.
Yeah.
And I just remember seeing this, like, kick to the back of the head of this fisherman, like, ta-da!
No way.
He kicked the crap out of him.
I never thought about fishermen and surfers hate each other.
Got it!
Is that Rosie O'Donnell?
How many chicks have scorpioned like that? Who set her up? Someone set. They're like, yeah, go surf right there. It'll be really
Oh, yeah,
good.
and they're filming.
Like, she probably has
Aw.
a spinal cord injury
Yeah,
the rest of her life.
And we're laughing about it. She probably is from like Nebraska.
There's some new training facility.
Oh, dang.
Whoa. Do you think this works? Do you think this helps?
I feel like it's just make you dizzy.
It's just a swing.
Yeah, it's just a
You
swing.
could just do this on the porch.
Yeah, like a grandma porch Cracker Barrel.
You could do this at Cracker Barrel. You don't need this. It's probably $5,000 to order this.
Yeah.
You could just go to Cracker Barrel and just. So, this is what happens when you poop in your wetsuit. Too much poop. You know how many guys I've seen like this?
Really?
Like, come in, they just shat their suits.
So he didn't have time before the red carpet.
Right. So he was surfing,
Right.
and he just blew ass.
And his
Like,
even
oh
his
my gosh.
shoulders. It's up in his shoulders.
That's a huge load.
So that's what would happen.
This is what happens. A lot of people don't talk about this. Look at Laird! Ha ha! You fools! Move over, sister. Laird is coming. Ha ha! Give me Laird coffee. Do you know who Jack Robinson is?
The baseball player?
He's actually number 1 right now on the ranks.
In the surf skate ranks?
In the surf world.
Oh, in the surf world?
Yeah.
So it's not as
because
important.
I'm focusing more on surf skating.
Right. So
yeah. He doesn't know anything about like anything other than surfing. So his girlfriend made him do this cologne ad.
Oh.
He's like, what does this do? You turn it, you twist it. She's like, okay, now we can go. Follow me. I'm in a suit. That's right. Look at my shadow.
Completely covered.
Oh, hold on. This guy that I just met.
Yeah?
Hello? Mike? You there?
It's Mike Tyson. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Mike.
Yeah, Sterling.
It was so nice meeting you the other day.
Yeah, man, it's a crazy story that we share. It was amazing to meet you, man. So I was like, man, wow, this guy's a great individual.
Yeah, it was an honor meeting you, and I didn't know we were so close.
Yeah, it's crazy because I don't know if Ryan knows. After it was nice to meet your cousin too. He's a sweetheart.
Love you, Mike.
He's getting in shape.
I could tell. I think he's looking really nice. Yeah, so it's crazy how much we have in common. So when I found out when Gold came out, my friend, he texted me and said, man, you got to check out this movie. You know, this guy, Sterling, he's a surfing guy. And he's got, and I watched the movie and I saw with Shonda, my ex-girlfriend was riding with you on your bike. I said, man, this guy's with my girlfriend.
So you dated Shaquilla?
Oh, yeah. Well, that was her stage name. Her real name, I think, was Shonda. It doesn't matter. But the point is, I found out, I said, man, me and the surfing guy, we're tunnel buddies. We're Eskimo bros.
Oh, I was wondering why it was.
You know what that
so
means?
Loose.
It means we fornicated with the same woman. She can do wonderful, amazing things with the tongue, man, right? Like, then one time she made me a sandwich.
With her tongue?
With the tongue.
Whoa. Is that code for butt stuff?
Code for what? What are you saying? You trying to say that I'm a homosexual?
No. I was just... I mean... You okay?
I get emotional, and you're making me mad, and I don't think you want to see me when I'm mad.
Whoa. Ask him if he wants surf lessons.
Would surf lessons cheer you up?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, how big is your body?
My body, I talked to Washan. What did you say her stage name?
Shaquilla.
Shaquilla.
She's Shaq's daughter.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's why she likes them big. So I said, well, how do I compare to Sterling? And she said, well, he's a senator.
Right.
So he's pretty big. And I said, well, so we about the same.
Is Mike woke?
Are you woke or are you right wing?
I'm both.
So you're trans political?
I'm a pterodactyl. I'm both wings. I fly.
Whoa. That's cool. Have you surfed before?
I surfed before. I surfed with Tyler Allen and Local Legends Surf Academy. Yeah, he taught me everything I know. He taught me how to get head dips and how to tickle the lip and how to do a roundhouse. Man, it's an amazing feeling.
Mike, the surf is looking really good, so I think we're going to go surf, but I appreciate you calling me, and I feel like our bond is forever now because of Shaquilla.
Yeah, well, forever we're going to be tunnel buddies, you and me.
Right.
So that's what's a bond. You can't break the bond because it's amazing what you and I share.
Mike, I saw video footage of you beating some dude up on an airplane. What did he say to you?
I was flying. I was going to go to North Shore because I want to prove myself. It's the proving grounds.
Right.
And then this guy came up and he said, "Oh man, wow, you Mike Tyson." And then he said, "Oh, can I buy you a drink?" I punched him in the face. He was insinuating he wanted to fornicate.
And you were going to the North Shore to surf pipeline?
No, I just wanted to surf Jocko's.
Right. More indie street cred.
There's a beautiful left, and I just wanted to do some roundhouses.
So you're a goofy foot.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sick.
All right, bro. Well, when I get to Hollywood, I'll call you, and we'll freaking go shred.
The pleasure has been all mine. Thank you so much for having me, you guys, and I just want to say thank you.
Oh, we appreciate that, Mike.
And I hope to see you guys. It'll be amazing. We can surf together.
All right, Mike. We'll talk to you later.
Thank you, guys. Much love, my brothers. Okay.
All right. Bye-bye.
Aloha. Goodbye.
Aloha. Mahalo.
Dude, Mike Tyson. He seemed a little unhinged.
Ever since I've been verified,
Yeah.
it's like, it's weird now being friends with all these famous people.
Because before they won't talk to you. There's like no communication.
Yeah, famous people won't talk to you until you're verified.
So, dude, our old president's going to jail. Why?
For what?
I
Because
can't.
of Puerto Rico?
I heard it's because he's.
Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico. We love Puerto Rico.
How does he say
I think he's making fun of Puerto Ricans.
Oh.
So it made all them mad, and they're like, dude, we got to lock him up.
Election's coming up, and they're like, we have something on him.
Yeah, he goes,
Puerto Rico.
how are you supposed to say it? Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico!
And he's like,
Have you seen him throwing the toilet paper to Puerto Ricans?
Mm-mm.
You haven't seen that? He's
Is
like,
So it's on top of that, the toilet paper, and
he's throwing toilet paper to Puerto Rico.
he's making fun of the way that you say
The
it.
way they talk. But he won't be in jail for long.
Right. He just has to say it once, Puerto Rico, and they'll let him out.
Is Trump really going to run again?
I don't know, dude.
Someone normal again.
Dude, if we had a surfer president, is Kelly going to run?
Dude, Kelly should run.
Dude,
He'd be a phenomenal president.
He could do it easy, and everyone would listen.
He'd be a good president.
He'd be a great president. I'm
Really,
serious.
I'm being dead on
I'm
this.
being serious.
No, he would. He cares about, like, things people don't care about.
You know what it should be? Kelly, president. Joe Rogan, vice president.
Whoa, that's a powerful
Two
combo.
bald, strong people that can hold their breath.
That can sit in an ice bath.
Dude, they would ice bath in the Oval Office every morning.
Joe Rogan as president would be the sickest. Everyone would have, like, a sauna and ice bath.
Let's switch it. Joe as the president.
Joe probably.
Kelly vice president. Not because Kelly's not as good.
What's dangerous about Kelly is he could get too competitive, and he'll want to win. He'll want to win like 11 world presidentships.
Yeah.
So he could get distracted. Joe Rogan's done like so much mushrooms. He's
Right.
like locked in.
He's in it.
He's like in touch with Mother
So you're
Nature.
saying Kelly would be like, get too competitive with. He probably would get too competitive with other countries and like mess their reefs up and stuff.
He was like, yeah, it might get messy with Kelly actually.
Yeah.
But he'd be like a good like mayor.
So I saw this newspaper article about you winning some contest.
What year was it?
It's like 2007.
7.
Yeah, it was in the late 2000s.
Oh, that was when I won it was the Cape Canaveral Ron John Surf Classic or Easter Surf Festival.
Easter?
So what happened was I was in the main event and I lost first heat.
Okay.
And I was crushed. Drove all the way East Coast with my friend Mikey and my brother Yancey.
Okay.
So we were staying at our friend Tony's on the beach, and where everyone lost their first heat, like the first day, the first minute, and we're all like crying.
You and all your friends.
So they're all drinking, like singing the blues. Like when a pro surfer lose, they get together and we blame the judges, we blame the waves, we blame the weather, my board, my fins. We go through this long list of excuses.
Yeah.
And we get together and drink, and we're like, yeah, man, like, screw that guy, he cheated. So we were in the middle of that, and all of a sudden I hear my name. They're like, Sterling Spencer, your heat is about to go out. I'm like, heat, I lost. And And my dad texted me. He's like, "Hey, make sure to check in. I entered you in the air show event."
Without you knowing?
Yeah, without me knowing. I'm like, "What?" So I run down there with my board.
Drunk.
And they're like, "Your heat's going out." And I missed my heat. So they're like, there was like so little guys in it. They're like, a couple heats went. They're like, "We're just going to put you in the final." And I'm like, "What?" I've never had that.
So wait, you didn't even have to...
I didn't have to surf the first heats. They just put me in the final.
Dang.
So we're in Cocoa Beach, and Cocoa Beach is known for very small waves.
Right.
And, dude, it was flat. If you look at the newspaper picture, there's a picture of me throwing a board.
Why did they use that picture?
That was the only thing that happened. So there's this guy, Aaron Cormican. He was a Florida air. He did really good airs. He was like a legend. He did the first rodeo flip. And he hated me because I was young and I was really good at airs at the time. And I was always beating him. So me and him are in this final.
Okay.
And it was like, it's actually a really big contest. So he's so mean. He looks like the kid off on the Christmas Story, the redhead that wore the
yellow eyes.
He'd be like, "Nah." He would look at me. He's like, "Nah." He was always like,
"Say uncle."
He was known for like big bong reps before he eats, and he would like talk shit to me. He's like, "Nah."
Can we talk about him?
Okay. Yeah, you can put this stuff. He had red hair, freckles, and he looked like the kid on the Christmas Story, like gonna beat me up. So I'm like scared. So Cocoa Beach, dude, I swear the waves were like this big. It was flat.
Right.
It was pretty much flat. That's why they put me in the final, because it was so small. So my dad, he gave me this board before I left. He's like, "Sometimes it gets so small, if you just have a board to stand up, you'll win." He's like, I've had that happen to me at Cocoa Beach. So he gives me this giant 7.6 epoxy. You know what epoxy is? It's like the really light.
Yeah.
It was a Surf Tech epoxy, the dumbest board ever. It was a Channel Islands Surf Tech 7.6. So I'm just like, this is the only way I can catch a wave. So I'm like walking to the beach with this giant 7.6, and Aaron Cormican's got this shortboard. He's like, what is this guy doing? Like, this guy's an idiot.
That's awesome.
So I get out, and we just sit. There's no waves. And there's 5,000 people on the beach, like, standing, looking at us. They all go to Ron John Surf Shop, and then they walk down. Like, they know nothing about surfing. So they're all drinking, like, looking at us like, "Wah!" So we're sitting there. It's a 30-minute final.
Okay.
No waves come. Guys are trying to catch waves, and they almost get up, and they're like, "Oh, he almost stood up. Good job." And we were like, they thought they were just going to have to split the prize money. So then this boat goes by. And I'm like, oh. Like, they'll see the wake coming. I'm like, oh. So I got this huge-ass board, and, like, they can't catch it. I'm just like, so I stand up, and this jet skier out of nowhere goes, like, by me, goes, and I'm like, whoa, and the wake is coming at me. So I'm on a boat wake going this way and a jet ski wake, and it creates this perfect, like, and I bounce. I go, and I double grab my board. I'm like, whoa, and I lose my board. So in the picture, I'm losing the board, but I had this leash, and it was so small for how big the board was, it yanked back. So I go, ah, and it yanked back, and I landed on it.
No way.
I go, whoa, and I landed, and I go, ah, and the whole beach goes, ah, and they're like, Sterling Spencer wins, and I'm like, I won, and Aaron Corman's like, what?
In the way, how high did you get?
I probably got like this high, but the board was so big, it looked huge. Like, I double grabbed it, like lost it, and grabbed it, and I'm like, whoa! Dude, I swear, and I'm this close to the people, because they're all just standing there drunk from Ron John's. Like,
yeah.
They pick me up. They're carrying me like I'm a Brazilian, like just won the world title. They're holding my board. I've never been carried before.
Yeah.
They're like, I'm like, whoa. They're like crowd surfing me. I'm like, whoa. And they carry me to the front, but there's no stage. Yeah. So I just stood around 5,000 people. Like, they're like this far away from me. And they're like, yeah, fuck yeah.
Sterling.
Everyone's like buying me drinks.
And your dad's just crying.
And this like girl, from my high school. She's like, "Hey, I was in your class. Like, want to hook up?" And I was like, "I don't know you." I'm like, "I guess this is what happens. Like
When you win."
It was like a NASCAR race. So my brother and Mikey are back at they know nothing.
They're just drunk.
They're like crying, like playing the guitar, like, we all lost. And I walk in with this huge trophy. I'm like, and this huge check like this with $2,500. I walk back in. They're like, what happened? I was like, dude, I just won the air show. They're like, what? Like, how? They're like, you're always lucky. This always happens.
Yeah, they're making up stuff. Wait, so you have that check still?
Mhm.
We should go get it. Well, that was some good storytelling.
Dude, I think it's time to serve.
Is it getting? It looks like it got a little choppy.
It's okay. It's gotten cloudy, but it's nice.
I'm gonna go out. What's that name called? A chunky checker or something?
You're going to sit on the beach and wax up?
Yeah.
I'll be out there.
I'll be out there.
That's why you're my filmer.
Right, I'm a chubby checker.
No one's going to expect you to serve.
Well, that's kind of mean. We're gonna go surfing. Sterling wants to surf.
We got our Slater jersey. We just need Kelly to come back and defend his Gulf Coast title.
What board are you gonna use?
I might ride my mid-length.
All right, guys, we love you. Subscribe, like, turn on the notif of whatever. Who cares?
Going surfing?
Let's go. I'll film. I'll be a chubby. I'll chubby check you.
We're going surfing.
How's it? Thank you for watching Pinch My Salt, the hit podcast of the world's #1 surfer, Sterling Spencer. You know the rules. Subscribe and tickle that like button. Pinch My Salt.